I never thought my marriage would end because of one night, one reckless choice, one betrayal that shattered everything we built. My name is Daniel. I'm 32, and until recently, I thought my wife and I were solid. We weren't perfect, but who is? We laughed, we fought, we made up, and I believed deep down that we were on the same team. But sometimes, life teaches you the cruelest lessons in ways you can't ignore. And for me, that lesson came in the form of a text message that changed my entire future. It started when my wife, Emily, began spending more time with a group of her friends from work. I didn't think much of it at first. She'd always been social, and I wanted her to have her independence. But slowly, her story started to sound different. The kind of jokes she shared, the way she laughed when she texted in front of me, it wasn't the same as before. Then one night, she told me something that made my stomach drop. "They've invited me to this party," she said, hesitating as if searching for the right word. "It's kind of experimental. A swingers party." I stared at her, waiting for the punchline, but her face was dead serious. She went on about how it wasn't about cheating, how it was about freedom and connection, and how people in modern marriages explore these things. She swore she was just curious, that she didn't plan to do anything, that she just wanted to see what it was like. And like a fool, I trusted her. I told myself, she loves me. She wouldn't cross the line. But that night, while I sat at home wondering what she was doing, she crossed it. She didn't just attend. She didn't just observe. She gave herself to someone else, a stranger. For one night, she traded our vows, our trust, our marriage for a thrill. I didn't hear it from her. Of course not. I found out in the cruelest way imaginable, through a message on her phone. The words weren't even careful. He wrote, "Last night was unforgettable. Let's do it again sometime." That's how I learned my wife had a one-night stand. When I confronted her, she broke down crying. She begged me to listen, to understand that it meant nothing. She said she was drunk, pressured, that it wasn't what she wanted. But the truth is, she went there knowing exactly what kind of party it was. She made a choice that destroyed us. I wish I could say I shouted. I wish I could say I raged and cursed and made her feel the kind of pain she gave me. But I didn't. I just felt empty, like the life had been drained from me. I looked at her, and in that moment, I knew I could never look at her the same way again. So I filed for divorce. Not because I wanted to, not because I stopped loving her overnight, but because once trust is gone, there's no going back. She tried everything. Promises, tears, therapy sessions, late-night apologies whispered into the darkness. But none of it mattered. Every time I saw her face, all I could think about was that night, that stranger, that betrayal. And the worst part? She told me afterwards that she never even enjoyed it, that the whole time she kept thinking about me, as if that was supposed to make it better. But love without respect isn't love. A marriage without trust isn't a marriage. And I wasn't about to spend the rest of my life wondering if the next party would be my undoing again. Walking away was the hardest thing I've ever done. Packing my bags, signing those papers, and watching the woman I once dreamed of growing old would dissolve into a stranger. It nearly broke me, but it also freed me. Because sometimes the bravest thing you can do isn't to hold on. It's to let go, to accept that the person you thought you knew no longer exists, and that clinging to the ghost of what was will only drag you deeper into misery. I don't hate Emily. I don't wish her pain or revenge. I simply wish she had chosen differently. I wish she had valued what we had more than one night of temptation. But she didn't. And now, both of us are living with the consequences. I'm not telling this story for sympathy. I'm telling as a reminder, trust is fragile. Marriage is sacred. And sometimes, the damage of a single night can be enough to end forever. So if you're ever faced with a choice like the one Emily had, remember this. One night of freedom can cost you a lifetime of love.